Well, today is demolition day 2.0. I decided that the tub had to come out because everything was wet underneath, so I've got the shower door in here. Shower door frame. Put my respirator on, we'll go in. Hold this the birth canal. So, the floor's drying out pretty nicely, but I'm still getting pretty high readings. So I think I took a bath the other day and the drain's down here, and I had water down here on the floor, which means that it's running all the way under, which means this whole floor is wet. And so yeah, I got the door off of the frame, and I've just managed to use my winch bar, which is this massive pry bar I've used for demolition on a lot of jobs. It's 4 feet and it's about 30 pounds. And that back wall was giving me fits along there, and I just took the point in and just bashed it out and managed to get it free. So let's see what's underneath. It's been leaking for a long time. Maybe more than the 28 years since I've lived here. It's been leaking a very, very long time. They did put cement backerboard under the tile, which is good, and it's rotted. So that's a sign that this has been going on for a very, very long time. And I've been here since '99, so it's been going on at least that long, maybe longer. So let me pull this tub out and see what we got. Alright, well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. As you can see, we have water over here. And, yeah, somebody patched that up, shimmed it with some boards, and kicked the can down the road. Let me sweep this. Alright, so maybe this is an advocate for why you don't put tile in, because nobody wanted to take tile out to look at this right. Instead, what they did is they used some old fence boards and laid down next to that so they could sneak it in, and then they poured cement in there, like that was going to do anything. But then my biggest concern has been what we're seeing here on this back wall. You see that mold? I've never been able to treat that. And then this mold down here underneath, some of that's been treated with the fogger blowing in here. But now that it's open, it can dry. I can put some heat to it. But right now I'm going to go take this bag out, and I'm going to get my 12% peroxide and spray this really good. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. It's a little battery powered pump. It's got 4 AA batteries in the handle, and it just draws right out of a bucket or a pan like this. And it comes with that screw-on lid. So this is some 12% peroxide. And I'm just going to soak this really good. I'm probably going to have to cut this sheetrock out on this side. There we go. And remarkable. I'm just going to saturate everything that's open. This might be the last bit of mold that I haven't been able to get to. I was thinking I need to cut some of this wood will have to get replaced. But for right now, I just want to start killing everything. And I went ahead and put the drain on the basket just to keep big debris out of the plumbing. Or you can duct tape that closed. Wow. So this wall is just really rotten. This little pony wall. A lot of that's going to have to get reframed. Alright. Well, we're trying to get our mold exposure down now to be able to get at this. there's more of this wall that's going to have to get opened up, I think. Maybe up higher. Because this is actually out pretty high, which means like the top of the tub has been leaking. The tub shower joint kind of up in here. Because some of the top of this was rotten. Wow. And then this old tub's got to get out of here to get it on the dolly. And alright, well, I was thinking of taking that toilet out today and cleaning out that corner was the priority, and then this kept nagging at me. Like, I need to look at that tub. Because the other side of that has been treated. And I have sprayed in this hole before, and I've run the fogger in that hole before. And some of this white you're seeing here is actually foam, but that right there is a peroxide working. And a lot of this is still wet. And I've had fans blowing in here, and I've had a heater going for weeks, and it still is wet. So yeah, this rock here has to come out. I still need to take the toilet out here, but I got some base trim up, and I took out some of that wallboard. So, man, I really like this 12% peroxide. You have to special order it, but it's normally you get 3% if you're using it in the bathroom or for first aid. But the 12 is as strong as you can get, and it's concentrated. And they say to keep spraying it as long as you. So I'll come back and spray it again in a few minutes. But I've got some bubbling going on pretty actively right in here. Is the worst. The neat thing about this pump is you can spray upward into the cavities, and so I've done that. But you can see here that I've got some foaming still going on. That means it's still active there with some mold to interact with. I will replace a lot of this wood. I've got some lumber out there in the ugly lumber cart, and there's some new 2x6s, and I'm just going to replace what I can with that. And I've also got some spray foam. I've been looking online at tubs and stuff, and one of the things I hated about this tub is that it would get cold, and so I actually have some spray foam from Lowe's they sell, and it broadcasts out in a V pattern, and so I'm going to spray the inside of the tub to insulate it before I install it. It's upside down, and then install it, and that ought to keep your bath water hot for longer for a nice hot soak without having to spend any more money on hot water or electricity. It will just keep it hotter for longer. So, alright, I'm about out of a gallon of this stuff, believe it or not. Now, see, look back there where that sheetrock is. And that, actually what I did is I took a screwdriver and I scratched it up. And I scratched the paper off because I want to be able to get inside of that. And so it looks like it's foaming, but it's really not. It's we're out of solution. So there we are. Now this tile is still up. It can stay or it can go away if I decide I want to put a surround in. Right now I'm just going to leave it. I have the old tiles in the trash can over there I saved up. Just a standard 4 1/4 inch, I think, tile, white tile. So it should be easy to match it. And if I had a one color around the border, that's fine too. That doesn't bother me if I wanted to do an accent color, for example. And I have the soap dish over there. So I'm going to let this soak and go get some fresh air. Wow, that was intense. So I have some 2 bags of lime hydrate out in the garage, and I'm going to do a lime wash once I rebuild this. And I might even do it earlier once this dries out from the peroxide, just to seal everything for now and kill mold. I'm going to mix it on the final coat with some copper sulfate, and then when that seals up, I've got some of this Kilts. This is a primer, and this kills mold, and a spray can, and I've got it also in a liquid, so I can really paint everything well before I seal it back up in there. But I think that, and then once I get this all to calm down, I still have my fogging equipment and that I can fog the house and try to start cleaning the house finally. Maybe start cleaning one final time instead of ongoing cleaning, because it seems like that's all I do, and I can't get ahead of it because we haven't quenched the source until now. I have a lead on a bathtub, so yeah, I probably need to set the camper up where I can take a shower in it. But at the very least, I could take a hot bucket of water on the patio and take a sponge bath, and that'd be just fine right now, because at least I could get clean and stay out of the house. But wow, what a nightmare this has been. And to think that somebody just didn't want to repair this right more than 28 years ago. And you know, do the right thing right from the start, people. Don't put somebody's life in jeopardy like this. I mean, I think this thing's been moldy for 28 years now, that this has been a true sick house, and it's not worth it. I can tell you that right now. What I've been through, what I'm going through, these last 4 years being bedbound has been no joke. I've been extremely sick, and now we know why. But I still also have electrical problems in this house. I can smell smoldering wires, and so that's still ongoing. But while the mold stuff's going on, I can't even think about getting my head around that right now. It's all about ventilation. And I think the mold is a bigger problem. So I can turn off circuits if I had to, but I can't turn off the mold. It doesn't have a breaker switch. Trust me, I've looked for one. Peroxide like that, spraying it on, and that little battery pump is so great. I bought it for cleaning the heat pump out, and because you can put a gallon of water in there, or some, pump cleaner, and some water, and spray and flush everything really good, and it drops into the little apron and out to the drain or to another bucket. And that little thing is coming so handy for this mold. I've used it time and again, and it just works. And you can adjust the fan on it to make it stream or widespread, and it works outstanding. So here's that spray foam. I couldn't find it because it was in the box, but you can spray it out wide. So it lets you, and only Home Depot sells it. It comes in 2 cans to a box, and it lets you, so I'm going to spray the inside of that new tub, and that will help to hold the heat in.